You know what this reminds me of? This reminds me of those snow globes. Like a little deuterium snow globe. Yeah, just don't shake it too hard. Hey everyone, this is Johnny Struggles and we have the Last Starship Alpha 8. Alright, before we go any further, I want to mention during the Steam sale that's going on right now, the winter sale, the Last Starship's on sale for only $18. So if you've been on the fence, it might be a good time to consider purchasing it. And no, I'm not backed by Introversion to sell this game to you. And just letting you know, if you're interested, hey, it's on sale. Go check it out. So Mark and Chris put out an Alpha 8 update video. If you've not watched it, go check it out. It covers the updates from Alpha 7 and 8. I've already covered most of it in my last Alpha 7 video. But one key point is they said going forward that updates for their alphas will be, they're only going to do like 3 or 4 a year. We'll see how that goes. I don't blame them if they only want to do 3 or 4. I know in Prison Architect they did an update basically once a month, and as a gamer, as a user, that was quite nice to see that. But as a developer on there, and I'm sure it was quite a grind, and that's a good way just to get burned out and not want to continue developing. So we'll see how it goes. I mean, I'm sure if they have a lot of content, they'll maybe push updates out a little earlier. But like I said, we'll see. Anyway, just letting you know. Another thing to note is the direction of the game is going to be with the industry mode in building out the Stargate. And with everything in the game being simulated at once, it makes sense. That was the main thing when they added that game mode was it sucks moving everything around, all your fleets around to the same place at all together. And now you don't have to do that. All your ships can be spread apart doing different things. So it makes a lot more sense now to make purpose-built smaller ships to do specific functions and things versus a one large ship to do everything. So it'll be cool to see what they do to fully complete that game mode, the industry mode, and how that plays out. Okay, so Alpha 8. There's the biggest thing here I see versus Alpha 7 is the power. We have solar panels now. Look at these guys. Pretty cool. I'm going to have to change some designs for this to incorporate them. And fusion reactors. So fusion reactors have been like a hidden component in the game. I have some ship designs with fusion reactors in them, but they had just a blue box placeholder art, and they were hidden in the game. You couldn't buy them or anything. But now, there it is. 1 million space bucks. Don't have any available here, though. But they are expensive. But they produce as much power as 5 normal reactors, so they're a big space saver. Deuterium is very expensive, so you probably have to build up a thing to make your own deuterium just to save on the cost, which is not hard to make, actually. Anyway, solar panels create 10 megawatts, so it takes 10 of these to equal 1 reactor, and then it takes 5 reactors to equal 1 fusion reactor. Cost-wise, solar panel is 1/10 the cost of a reactor, so it scales evenly. This produces 1/10 the power, and it's 1/10 the cost, or this produces 10 times the power and is 10 times the cost. But with fusion reactor, you don't get the same bonus. It's 10 times the price, but 5 times the power. But it takes up 5 times less room. Solar panels take up a huge amount of space, like 10 panels, 1 reactor. There's one caveat to that in a gas cloud. So here in this gas cloud, the panels only produce half power, 5 megawatts. So it would actually take 20 panels to produce the same amount of power as 1 reactor. But the bonus is this is just a station. It's just a simple little gas collector making fuel. Little fuel station. And the idea is that we're not burning fuel to produce fuel. So you're just producing more fuel per cost, and you don't have to worry about on accident running out of fuel and then the thing shutting down. So it's pretty handy. Got 4, 8, how many panels out in here? 12, 16 panels. We go to power grid. 80 megawatts. I have another supplier, so we're producing more than we need right now, but we are not consuming much gas. So 2.6 per second on this collector here. And this is set up to do 10 per second per gas collector. So these 2 refineries, each one will consume 5 per second. So basically 10 per refinery split to these 2, and then each of these chemical labs need 2 refineries to produce fuel for the ratio to work out. So this place actually needs to be dragged into a bigger, more dense part of the cloud to produce more fuel faster. Anyway, these chem labs produce fuel, will go into this tank, and then these fuel loaders were set to unload. You right-click and click unload. And then this poor bastard here is just unloading these canisters from here and putting them in storage. And then on occasion when a ship shows up to dock, then we can transfer the fuel out. Chris and Mark mentioned in their video about the possibility being a good idea, which would be a great idea. I've mentioned this in the past, of having an extra port or use the existing docking port to transfer tank liquids from one ship to another, or gas or anything, any tanked item from a ship to ship directly transfer. That would be awesome. So then you're not bottling stuff and then transferring the bottles. It makes some things a lot easier. Like you can definitely make a lot more automated features that way when you can just transfer fuel automatically from one to another. I think that would be pretty awesome. So anyway, here's my little mini fuel station. That is what I called it. It's just something you can set up and buy and then put somewhere. So it's pretty cheap, 570,000 space bucks. So relatively cheap. You can buy it pre-made, push it where you need to, and then you're making fuel. But anyway, let's put this into a deeper part of the gas cloud. Import a friendly ship. We will pull in one of the new ships I made recently. Excuse me. Speed it up. And we need the dock. The non-changing view here is a little different. Now I would like it to have an option to align with the ship, because it makes this a little more difficult. I've played the game enough to where I'm somewhat used to it, but I'm still horrible at docking. You'd think for as many hours that I have in this game I'd be better at it. That is not the case, and having the screen a little sideways makes it a little difficult. You just auto-align it would be better. If I can press a button. Maybe if I need to press the ship. Yeah, maybe if I did this on just like the ship, it would have done it better. Okay, so who has control here, and where do I need to go? I need to go over here where the cloud looks thicker. It's always confusing exactly where it goes because it shifts slightly off from where the mouse cursor is when you move the view around. But either way, we want to go over here. Okay, so the fuel station is the owner. Am I docked backward? No, there we go. No. Crap. I don't have a docking port on the other side. The thing is, there's a front and back to the fuel station here. And yeah, this is the front, because this was facing down when I built it. But that's the side of the engine. Okay. Well, crap. Okay. We're going to... I need another ship. I don't have this set up right. This docking port needs to be on the other side. Well, crap. Does this one have two docking ports? No, it's there. It's the wrong angle. Alright. I need... This one has one. Here. This other cargo ship I made. We'll use it to transfer the station around. And so we need to be over here. Let's get this guy out of the way. Alright. I'll put docking ports right next to each other, so that makes this a little confusing. I've never put docking ports side by side like this before. Why is it... Oh, engine throttle down. I have tons of thrusters on this thing, because it's a cargo ship, make it maneuverable. Okay, but yeah, the double docking port makes it a little confusing. Oh man, he's going, because the fuel station has the orders to go there. Let's get that tactical here. So look, my bulk hauler. I think it's pretty neat, but you know, I'm a little partial in my opinion of what I think it looks cool since I made it. So let's see here, put the cursor on here, 4.8 seconds, 4.9, it's going up. Speed up the movement. Okay, we're at 10. We're at the maximum production we can do. Anything over that's extra. It's flashing now because we're going... It can't output it. So we go to the screen here. Let's slow down, pause. There we go, output block. So you're going to get that popping up on each of these because it can only push so much through at a time. But either way, a lot of times in my designs I'll put an extra tank to collect this because I have it on a ship, so you just go for a little bit, fill the tank, and then move on, so you're producing fuel as you're going. But this will just sit and park, so it doesn't matter. And not having the extra tank doesn't matter. But anyway, so you see how that goes, and then the idea would be... let's see, go here. You can undock. I want to stop him from moving. And this guy would just sit here then, and you just have your ships come, dock, transfer fuel canisters over, and you're good to go. And then leave. And this guy just stays here. This poor guy just sits here and does his job, moving fuel canisters from here to storage. So anyway, this is just a mini thing that I'm definitely going to use in the future for gameplay. Now let's check out something I made that's a lot more, a lot more extreme. Import friendly. Gas platform Olivia. Where do you spawn in at? So this thing is, well, it's much bigger. Got a couple docking ports, plenty of solar panels. Again, this is not using anything but solar panels to to power it. And it consumes a lot of power because I have basically a shit ton of robotic arms here for storage. So there's nobody on this. There's no crew. The idea being, if you did dock to this thing, you'd have to transfer crew over to then grab the fuel canisters and then get back on your ship. Which makes sense, but these robotic arms is like an insane amount of power. So this thing is producing fuel right now, so this is up, but the robotic arms consume like between 300 and 400 megawatts of power on their own. It's ridiculous. So how much are we collecting here? This is collecting 6.1 per second. Again, I did the ratio on this ship, so each of these gas collectors could do a max of 10. But here I have extra storage tanks for the Metreon gas to go into if I'm overproducing or over-consuming. But everything else works in the ratio of 10 per second off of that, so it all goes to here. So how it works is everything unloads to these fuel loaders, unloaders. When the canister's full, the arm puts it on the track. It goes down here, then these arms place it on the floor. There's no storage space to find. There's nobody on here. So when you come in, it just goes and grabs the fuel canisters that are available on the floor and bring them over to their ship. Speed this up so you can see this a little bit more. I could probably reduce half these loaders so these 4 here fill up faster than transfer. It'd probably be a better idea. It doesn't really matter. It does take a while. We're only consuming. Yeah, it's dropping down as well. But as you can see, now each of these columns are 25 squares, and they're 4 wide, so it's 100 canisters of fuel. So 1, 2, 3, 450 canisters of fuel, and then everything's backed up on the track, which is a decent amount of fuel. So this is way more than you'd need in a normal game. It's 8.6 million space bucks, so it's quite expensive as well. So this mini fuel station, something like this is a lot better of an idea. The other cool thing, if you're doing the Stargate, you can just change this chem lab here. You can just change it to do Stargate resin instead. You can even put another tank out here, or directly just put it to another loader to unload it canisters, and just have this one making resin, and the other one making fuel. So you work it out that way. So that's a little fuel station, solar panels, and I'll be using solar panels for things like this. Just get rid of the reactors. The other cool thing is these produce, the maximum power all the time. There's no, currently anyway, I mean, this just came out, so I don't know if it'll change, but I have no batteries on the ship. Because the power grid, it should be 160 for the number of power or solar panels I have, but it's only showing 80 because everything's half power. But here I'm hitting that, I'm not going over. But there's no ramp up or ramp down from the panels. It's like, here's how much power you're producing, that's it. So like on the gas platform here, if I go to power grid, it's half, but it's 1240, but I'm only consuming 846. It's jumping around. But with a normal reactor, it's got to ramp up to meet the demands and then, ramp back down afterwards, and the batteries help absorb that difference. With the panel, I'm already producing everything, and there's no ramp up or ramp down. As of now, I don't know if that'll change at all, but so you save on costs for not having batteries either. So another bonus. So now I don't even need space for batteries, so this is a pretty small build. If I didn't need the storage for the canisters, if I do direct tank transfer, this thing would be like half the size. Literally half the size. And I wouldn't need this poor bastard here walking around bored, unloading fuel cans. Poor guy, he's got to live in a spacesuit because there's no habitation deck on here or nothing. I just got this fuel oxygen loader, he's going to go over here and top off his suit. Sad face. So anyway, the other thing is, of course, fusion reactors now. Let me find a ship where I know I have a fusion reactor. Oh wait, the Crusher has fusion reactors on it. Yeah, check them bad boys out. Don't they look cool? I must say the person doing the artwork for the game has done a great job. This stuff looks amazing. I do like the style a lot. And this ship I only have deuterium in the tanks. I don't have the actual items. At the bottom here, there we go. Deuterium. Little atom-looking thing floating in a... You know what this reminds me of? This reminds me of those snow globes. Like a little deuterium snow globe. Yeah, just don't shake it too hard. But hey, cool. I still think it looks neat. It just popped in my head. This looks like a snow globe. There we go. Christmas time. Merry Christmas. Have a deuterium snow globe. Good stuff. But hey, fusion reactors. I did make a video on these like a year ago about how to start them up. The procedure is the same. You can't just put deuterium in this and just have it start up. You have to provide it with power first. And once you provide enough power, then it comes online and will produce its own power. And it varies from the minimum it will produce is 50 megawatts, and it'll go up to 500 megawatts. The normal reactor minimum is 5 megawatts, it goes up to 100. So this ship has 6 of these on here. So it's producing like 300 megawatts right now, power grid at idle. But it'll go up to 6 times 500 is 3,000 megawatts, which this ship is full of railguns. It uses a lot of power. Can I shoot something just to see? I don't know if I have enough crew on here because this is an old design. Does not use weapons platforms. We got 40 crew. So another cool thing on this alpha is the guns have different icons on here now to differentiate them. So a single long cannon is a railgun. Dual cannons is a cannon, and then these triple ones, which look like one big one, are actually Gatling guns. When you zoom out, they look like one solid blunt object. So Gatling guns are short, double one's a cannon, and a single long one is a railgun. Where is the target? I guess we can shoot our own ship here. Why not? Nice that all the guns fit on the screen now. Hello, Mr. Transport Vessel. So look at that. Draining the batteries. Reactors are ramping up. You get another fire off for. Boom! 2 volleys and it's gone. And so power grid is ramping up. Yeah, we're hitting the max to recharge these batteries and we're good. We need a better target. Stress test these things here. We don't really have a good one. Here's one of the defense platforms I made that are now in the game. This guy's not going to survive very long. Where's my ship? What do you think? Second volley? Yep, second volley. Oh well. Either way, it seems fairly necessary. You see how much power these things draw. Drop the battery charge down so much in 2 volleys. Illegal activity, that's right. Oh wait, there's another neutral ship here. And he left. I thought they said in their video if you attack, or maybe I read it somewhere, if you attack neutral ships, the rest of the neutral ships will turn hostile towards you as well. But that didn't happen. Maybe it's because I'm in creative mode. Maybe I'll have to check in the other game modes. We will see. But hey, fusion reactors, I'll go over them again in another video I plan on making. So don't worry if you got questions, they'll be answered soon. In the meantime, enjoy your deuterium snow globes. They look neat. That thing's massive. There's no reason to have this, but I like it. So hey, this has been Johnny Struggles. Thanks for watching, everybody. Hope you enjoyed the video. I'll be having some more Alpha 8 videos coming soon. And we'll see you on the next one. Alright, thanks everyone. Bye.